Welcome, guys. Today is Wednesday. It is January 3rd, and we are here for our first yoga class of the new year. So, we're going to spend the next hour together just relaxing, letting go of any stress that we've brought with us from the old year. And we're going to focus on our breath, connecting to our movements, feeling how that makes a difference to not only the body but also the mind. So please make this your very own practice. Do what you need to do. If you want to just relax on your mat for the next hour, that's perfectly fine. Modify as well wherever you need to. Again, this is all about your practice. First thing we're going to do is start out with some relaxation. So let's go down onto our backs. Let your arms rest at your sides. Palms open, face to the sky. Let's close our eyes and start to breathe deeply in through that nose, expanding belly, back, and rib cage on the inhale. And exhale out through the nose, feeling that same area of your body contract and empty. While we continue to breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the nose, let's bring some awareness to our face. I want you to relax your eyes. Relax your forehead. Release any tension that you're holding in your jaw. Breathe into your neck and release any tightness in the neck. And then let's guide our breath and awareness into our arms. And I want you to breathe from the top of your shoulders all the way out to the tips of your fingers. And then let's guide our breath into our legs. And we're going to breathe from our hips all the way down to our toes. And then guide your breath into your spine, and let's start at our tailbone. And let your breath travel up the length of your spine, weaving itself in between each segment so that we're breathing out any tightness that we automatically hold in our spine. Let's roll our head to the left. Bring it back to neutral and roll the other way. And then we're back to neutral. And then just let your fingers wiggle. Let's wiggle our toes. And let them relax. Now we're going to stretch our fingers out really wide. Stretch our toes out really wide. Scrunch everything in. Stretch them wide, scrunch in, stretch wide, scrunch in, and then just relax. Now let's inhale both arms to the sky. Exhale behind us, and once we've got our arms back on the mat, stretch a little bit farther with your left arm and your left leg. Push out through that left heel. Relax and do the same with the right, stretching out through that right arm, pushing out through the right heel. And then relax. And both arms and legs at the same time, stretching, so we actually feel ourselves getting 2 inches longer. And then go ahead and feel everything go soft. From there, let's pull left knee all the way into our chest. Get it as close as you can and feel that good stretch. Starting in the gluteals, going down the length of your spine. Let's flex and point our foot. And then we'll draw a nice slow circle with our ankle. And then reverse. And then just let your foot rest. And then try circling that knee around. And let's reverse. And then just keep the knee tucked in nice and close. Tighten the belly, press through the back of the ribs. Let's bring nose toward knee. And release back down. Now let's bring the other knee in at the same time, giving ourselves a nice tight hug. Let's add a few rocks from side to side. A couple knee circles round and round. And reverse. Good. And then now we'll keep the right knee pulled and stretch the left leg out onto the mat. And really hug that knee in close while we flex and point. And we roll the ankle around slowly. And reverse. Let the foot rest and just circle the knee around. And reverse. And then just keep that knee tucked in nice and close. Press through the back of the rib. Let's bring nose up towards our knee. And we're back down, and then bring the other knee in. Again, another nice close hug. Adding in our side to side rocks. And then let's hold center and let our feet return to the mat. Turn your toes in slightly, heels out slightly, feet about hips distance. And enough space between your buttocks and your heels that when we slowly bridge up one vertebra at a time. Want to feel lots of activation in the gluteals and the hamstrings. No pressure in the knees. No weight in the neck. And then exhale as you slowly press back down one segment at a time. Try again. Tighten the belly and slowly peel up. And then exhale, come back down. Again, tighten the belly and slowly peel up. And exhale, we're back down. Once we've made it all the way back down, knees to chest once again. Nice tight hug, knee circles round and round. And then let's reverse. And then just keep the knees close and let's cross our ankles. Let's hook our second and third fingers around those big toes. Tighten the belly, press through the back of the ribs, round up. Release. Change the cross of your ankles, hook around those big toes. Again, tightening the belly, press through the back of the ribs, rounding up. And release back down. One last time, changing the cross of those legs, hooking around those big toes, tightening the belly, rounding up. And now on the exhale, using the power of that belly, let's come upright. And then once we're up, let's enter our easy cross-legged position. So we've got palms open, face to the sky, shoulders falling away from our ears. Allow your chin to drop to your chest and breathe into the back of your neck. Inhale, lift the head to back, open our throat. Exhale again, chin to chest. Inhale, lift to back, open the throat. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift to back, open the throat. And then we're back to neutral. Let's turn our eyes to look over that right shoulder. Come back to neutral and turn to look left. Again, back through neutral, we turn to look right. Back through neutral, we turn to look left. And then hold that neutral place. Again, chin drops to chest. Now let's tip that left ear to left shoulder. Drop the chin and tip right. Drop the chin and tip left. Drop the chin, tip right. Once more, drop the chin and tip left. And then take that left hand placed just above the tip of your right ear and push your right palm into the mat. Breathe up the arm and along the side of your neck. Now start stretching that left arm high to the sky and just gaze up. Side bend to the right and back up. Again, side bend and lift. Let's side bend. Let's sweep forward, reach out, come back up. And then open out, sweep forward, and come back up. And then let that arm come down. From there, we're going to do some shoulder rolls back to front. And then just let your hands return to your knees. Chin falls to chest. Right ear tips to the right. Right hand just above the tip of the left ear. And left palm pushes into the mat. Let's reach the right hand high, gazing up. Side bend to our left and lift. Again, side bend and lift. Side bend, sweep forward, reach out, lift up and over. And then reach out, sweep forward, lift back up. And let the arm float down. Once it's down again, we start with some shoulder rolls back to front. But now we're going to start to increase them so they get a little bit bigger. And then let's do some really slow big circles. And then a nice stretch high to the sky. Reach a little bit farther with the left hand. A little farther with the right. And then let your hands come together at your heart center. Lacing our fingers, let's push our palms forward. Lean a little bit forward. Come back to neutral, press up. And again, bring the arms forward. Let's lean a little bit forward. Press up, lift up. And once more, arms forward and leaning forward. And now let your fingertips float down. See about letting your head drop and just letting the shoulders round forward. And then from there, we'll slowly come back into our seated mountain position. Let's take one more nice inhale. Exhale, feel everything soften a bit and make our way onto hands and knees. So once we've made it to hands and knees, got shoulders over hands, hips over knees, tops of the feet on the mat. Nice wide spread fingers in those foundational hands, pressing through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. Let's sink our navel as we do, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart, cow. And then exhale, a nice deep scoop and round for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And then we're back to neutral spine. From there, let's extend through the heel of the right foot. Add the left arm forward, palm to the sky. Exhale, lower, switch, extend. Exhale, lower, switch, extend. Exhale, lower, switch, extend. And then exhale, lower. Big toes close, knees apart. Start pushing that tailbone back. Let your chest drop through your knees, forehead to the mat. Palms opening to the sky as you're extending your fingertips towards the front end of your mat. Flip your hands over, come back to foundational hands, and let's tuck our toes. Lifting our tailbone, we're going to build a nice, strong, downward facing dog. So allow your head to dangle freely through your arms. Feel the backs of your shoulder blades reaching towards your gluteals. Feel the rib cage pulling closer and closer to your thighs. And then let's simply walk the dog, lift and lower each heel individually. Stretching all the way up the back of the legs, feeling that good stretch in the feet. And then let's press both heels down. From there, let's inhale ourselves into plank. Feel free to modify to your knees. Exhale back up into down dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, down dog. Inhale again to plank. Now let's all modify to our knees. And as we exhale, elbows open. And we're going to lower down, chest first, then hips touch. Elbows tuck in. Inhale, lengthen the spine, press through the tops of the feet and the hip bones. Rise into cobra. Exhale, going down, elbows open. But then as we inhale, lengthen and rise, elbows tuck in for cobra. Exhale, elbows open on the way down. Inhale, tuck the elbows in, lengthen and rise into cobra. Let's push all the way back once again into extended child's pose. Opening palms to the sky. Feeling that deep stretch going down the side of those ribs. And then return to foundational hands. Let's tuck our toes and we're back up into downward facing dog. Let's do a few more walks of the dog. And then try keeping one heel raised while you're pressing the other one all the way down. And then switch. And then raise both heels. And press them down. From there, let's inhale ourselves into our plank. Modify if you wish. Exhale, lowering, elbows open, chest down, hips down, elbows tuck in. Inhale, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes. We're back up into down dog. Again, inhale to our plank. Modifying if you wish. Exhale, lowering, elbows open, chest down, hips down, elbows tuck in. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale again, downward facing dog. From there, let's come back down onto all fours. Sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart, cow. And then exhale as we round for cat. And then just make your way back into neutral spine. Extend through the heel of the right foot, add that left arm forward, once again turning palm to the sky. And then try opening that left arm out to the side. Bring it back to the front. Bring the hand down and then take the right foot and step it forward. So we're going to place the foot between the hands. Check that your knee is over your ankle. Start to lift upper body. Press down through the top of your left foot. Reach both arms high to the sky. And there's our crescent moon. Exhale, let's bring the hands to the mat. Tuck the left toes under and then lift that left knee. And there's runner's lunge. Straight line from the heel of our left foot out through the top of our head. Good, now let's take a step back with our right foot, returning us to our plank. Pressing back up into our downward facing dog. Shake the head yes. Shake it no. Let it hang out. And then we're back to all fours. Again, sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart, cow. Exhale, round out for that cat. And then we're back to neutral. And from there, let's extend through the left heel and add the right arm forward, palm opening to the sky. Open that right arm out to the side. Bring it back to the front. Set the hand down and let's step left foot forward this time, placing it between the hands. Check that your knee is over your ankle. Press to the top of that right foot as you lift upper body. Reach to the sky. Crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Tuck the right toes under so you can lift the right knee. And work on that runner's lunge. Pressing out through the right heel so we've got a straight line from the heel out through the top of our head. From there, we're ready to step our right foot forward with our toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, roll up, reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back into plank. Modify if you'd like. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. In, exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, coming up, reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Again, inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. In, exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. In, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. In, exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up, reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, holding plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. In, exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Let your arms hang long at your sides, palms facing forward. Toes in slightly, heels out slightly. That's always our neutral stance. Belly button drawing in and really urging our fingertips towards the earth. Feeling the earth pressing into the bottoms of our feet and the top of our head reaching towards the sky. Standing mountain pose. From there, inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, let's sink a little deeper. Feel your ribs actually resting on your thighs. And let's cradle elbows in the palms of our hands, forming a frame. And then just let your head dangle within that frame. And then let your fingers release to the mat. Take a giant step back with your right foot and hang out in runner's lunge. Now push the right heel down, turn the right toes out slightly, and draw a straight line from your left heel to your right heel. As we're lifting upper body, check, is your left knee still over your ankle? Are your hip bones facing forward? How about those shoulders squared out over your hips? When ready, add arms, warrior one. Now let's open the arms, let your hands come together behind your back. Once you've got them hooked together, just pull down with your hands. Think about opening your heart as your shoulder blades draw together and you open your throat. And then inhale to neutral spine. Exhale, let's pull the ribs towards our front thigh. And then see about letting the arms lift up higher and you can drop your head. And then let's exhale, hands released. Come back into runner's lunge. Step the left foot back, find your plank. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for our cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up, reach into the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Again, we cradle the elbows in the palms of our hands. So we're forming that nice frame around the head. Exhale, fingers release to the mat. Giant step back with our left foot, so we start out in our lunge. And then push the left heel down, turn the left toes out slightly. Align that right heel with the back of your left heel. Start lifting up. Left, right knees over ankle, hip bones facing forward. Shoulders squared out over the hips. At the arms. Warrior one. Let the arms open and hands come together behind your back. Start to pull down with those hands, opening the heart, drawing the shoulder blades closer, opening your throat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, begin to hinge forward, pulling ribs close to that front thigh, letting the head drop, lifting the arms higher. Exhale, hands release to the mat. We're back into our lunge. Our right foot steps back, returning us to plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. And return to mountain pose. Inhale, reach to the sky. On the exhale, let's start bending the knees, and as we're doing that, we're lowering the hips, pulling the knees closer and closer together, keeping ribs off of thighs for our chair pose. Exhale, begin to fold forward, straightening the legs. Once fingertips are down, inhale, look out. Exhale, sink a little deeper. And then let's try extending the right leg behind us, hip level. Pushing out through the right heel. Let your hands form a tripod with your left foot. So feel free to stay in your tripod. Or you can inch your left hand over so that your left thumb is in a straight line with your left pinky toe. Opening the right hip, opening that right arm, and that becomes half moon balance. Exhale, right hand down if it's lifted. Giant step back with the right foot. Brings us into runner's lunge. Now let's stay in that lunge and start to lift up our body, so that becomes our high lunge. And then see if you can add your arms to bring us into crescent lunge. And then let the arms open wide, stay long in the waist, and hinge forward, and that brings us into airplane lunge. And then from there, we can let our hands return to the mat and proceed to walk ourselves around, so we end up facing the wide edge of our mat. Feet are still hips distance, toes in, heels out, hands under shoulders. Inhale, look out. And then exhale, see about melting down. See about letting go of that upper body. Remember, bent knees is perfectly fine here. The real goal is to completely relax the upper body. And then from there, go ahead and press down into your arms, your hands pushing the arms straight. And now let's add a little motion. So I want you to bend that right knee, shifting your weight to the right, keeping the left foot flat, so you're feeling a stretch going up the inner right thigh as well as the outside of the right ankle. And then push the left leg straight, bend the right knee, so shift to the right. Come back through center, and again, shift left. Come back through center and shift right. Back through center and shift left. Come back through center and shift right. and then just return to center. Now let's take that right hand and reach it across towards your left big toe. Inhale, opening that right arm to the side. Exhale, let's revolve at our waist, and that's going to take us into our twisting straddle. As we exhale, let's lower that right arm to shoulder level, and then inhale, left arm to shoulder level, and there's straddle airplane. Now you're really engaging that belly to keep the back well supported and to begin to lift you upright. And once we've made it upright, turn your palms open, face to the sky. Feet are still a little wider than hips, toes and heels out. 5-pointed star. We should feel all sorts of open space across the heart, going up the spine. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth. Inhale, grow that sunflower. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, sunflower. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, sunflower. And then go ahead and lower. Reaching that right hand ever higher and letting that left hand inch down the outside of your left thigh. Good, and then let's come back up to neutral. And go ahead, lifting up that left hand. Let your fingertips meet, and then your palms meet, and then your fingers lace. Next, index fingers press together. Let your chin drop to your chest. Lift the head back to neutral. And let the arms come forward so we feel that deep stretch across upper back and back of shoulders. And then let's reopen into our star. Now we're ready to turn our left toes to the front end of our mat. Align our left heel with our right arch. Keep your hip bones facing the side of your mat, and then bend the left knee. So make sure it goes out but not past your toes, and look out past your left hand. And then let's pull straight and try that again. So see if you can find a little deeper warrior two, but still maintaining body weight equally balanced into both feet. And we'll pull it straight. And we've got one more time. Good, now stretch that left hand a little farther, lift the left, lower the right. Turn the left palm to the sky. Push into the heel of that left hand and feel that deep stretch going all the way up the left side of the ribs. As we exhale, let's bring left forearm to left thigh, right hand reaching to the sky, extended angle pose, making sure that we're not sinking down into our shoulder. And then we're going to take that right arm and let it lower towards the right hip as it makes a full circle. Let's rise back up into warrior two. And then we're going to pull that left leg straight. We're back to our start position. And visualize yourself being pressed between two panes of glass. So while you're being pressed, you're going to start to pull the right hip right and start reaching that left hand as far away from your right hip as you can. So we're still being very open, very flat. Once we can't go any farther in either direction, we can send the left hand low and the right hand high. And we want to feel that right shoulder pulling slightly back as your right hip presses slightly forward. Let's take one more inhale. On our exhale, start to rebend the left knee. And again, you could place your forearm back on your thigh, or you could reach your left hand all the way to the mat. And we're back into extended angle pose. And then as we exhale, let's revolve upper body. Let's return to runner's lunge. Go ahead and send your left foot back into plank. And then keep right shoulder over right wrist, and let's open for side plank. And then we'll come back around into full plank and press up into down dog. Inhale again into plank. You can hang out there or insert a push-up. And then return to downward facing dog. Let's extend through the heel of our right foot, reaching it towards the sky for three-legged dog. While we're there, lift the left heel, press it back down. Again, let's lift the left heel and then press it down. And then we're going to step the right foot through the hands, returning us to our runner's lunge. Left foot forward as well, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up, reaching to the sky. And exhale to the heart. Again, let's inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, start to bend your knees, sink your hips, pull those knees closer and closer together. And we've returned to our chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink a little deeper. From there, let's extend to the heel of our left foot. Right hands, or hands are forming a tripod with our right foot. We can remain that way. Or we could align our right thumb with our right pinky toe, rolling left hip open, adding left arm to the sky as our half moon balance. Exhale, let's bring that hand down if it's lifted. Go ahead and step way back with the left foot, bending that right knee, and that brings us into runner's lunge. Once you feel stable, let's lift upper body for high lunge. And then we can add the arms for crescent lunge. And then let's open the arms wide, stay long in the waist, and hinge forward. And there's our airplane lunge. Exhale, hands return to the mat. And then we're ready to walk ourselves around into our wide straddle. So we're facing the other wide side of the mat, toes in, heels out, hands directly under shoulders. We do that big inhale to look out. And then we exhale and bend the elbows, sinking down a little bit farther. Check that your neck is nice and loose. You can nod your head yes and shake it no. And then go ahead, push down into those palms, pushing the arms straight. And then from there, simply bend the right knee, shifting your weight to the right. Want to keep that left foot flat, feeling the stretch going up the left inner thigh and the outside of the left ankle. Come up to neutral and then shift, bending the left knee this time. Come back through center and again, bending the right. And then coming back up and again, bending to the left. And then we're back to that neutral center. Next, let's take the right hand, reach across towards your left big toe. And then inhale, lifting left arm towards the sky, revolve with the waist. There's our twisting straddle. Now as we exhale, let's lower the left arm to shoulder level. And then inhale, lift the right arm to shoulder level. There's our airplane straddle. Feeling that belly button holding tight, supporting that spine. And then giving us the power to come upright. And then once we're upright, we've got palms open, face to the sky. We've made it into 5-pointed star. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth, and then inhale back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, lift. Now let the right arm lower to your right thigh. Keep the left arm stretching higher and higher to the sky as you try reaching that right hand farther and farther down the outside of that right leg. And then from there, let's come back up and let the right hand reach up. Stretch a little bit higher with the right, a little bit higher with the left. And then let your fingertips meet, let your palms meet. Lace all of your fingers, press your index fingers together. And then let the arms come forward. Feel that really deep stretch across upper back and back of shoulders. And then go ahead and return to 5-pointed star. Now let's turn right toes to the front end of our mat. Align our right heel with our left arch, staying very open, very tall. Start to bend the right knee, bringing that over the ankle but not pushing beyond the toes. And then we'll pull straight. And again, let's bend. Keeping that body weight centered, really extending out through your fingertips, breathing into all that power of Warrior Two. Reach that right hand a little farther, lift the right, lower the left. Turn right palm to the sky. Breathe all the way up the right side of your ribs, reverse warrior. And then as we exhale, let's bring right forearm to thigh, left hand high to the sky. Still staying very open so our chest is perpendicular to the floor. No rotation at all. Let the left arm start to lower towards your hip. It's going to make a full circle. As it comes back into place, we rise into Warrior Two. Good, and then let's pull the right leg straight so we're exactly where we started. Imagining we're pressed between two panes of glass. Start to pull that left hip left, stretch that right arm farther and farther away from your left hip. Once we can't go any farther, go ahead and send that right hand to the mat and keep stretching that left hand higher and higher to the sky. Feel like you're pressing your left hip a little forward, rolling the left shoulder a little back. And there's our triangle. We've created all sorts of open space. Should not feel any tension in the shoulder or the neck. Got one more inhale. On the exhale, start to rebend the right knee, and you can either return your right forearm to your right thigh or reach that right hand to the mat, and we're back into extended angle. Exhale, begin to revolve upper body. Let's return to runner's lunge, and then we'll send our left foot back, bringing us back into plank. The right foot back, sorry. Now let's keep left shoulder over left wrist. Turn and open for side plank. Modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. And then exhale back around into plank. Press up into down dog. Inhale again to plank. We can stay there or insert a push up. And then go back up into downward facing dog. Extend through the heel of your left foot. Let's reach it towards the sky. Three-legged dog. And then try lifting your right heel, pressing it down. Lifting up and pressing down. And then let's step the left foot through the hands. Right foot forward as well, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up, reaching to the sky. Exhale to the heart. And then return to standing mountain pose. So now let's work on some balance. We want to make sure that we found a focal point for our eyes. I'm going to fixate on that spot. I want you to feel your belly button pulling in. So we're not holding our breath, we're just contracting the belly. And then begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Now let's try bringing hands together at heart and placing our left ankle across our right thigh. So we actually look like the number 4. And then we're going to bend the right knee and sink those hips down. And then from there, let's go ahead and set the left foot back down, toes close, heels apart, pulling the knees together. Let's rotate towards the right. Let that left elbow tuck itself outside the right thigh. Keep rolling right shoulder open, and there's our twisting chair. And then as we exhale, let's untwist. Let your hands return to the mat. Start to pull the legs straighter and straighter, folding deeper and deeper down. And then inhale, rolling up, reaching to the sky. Exhaling, hands to heart. And let's do the same exact sequence on the other side. So we've got our focal point. You can feel our navel drawing in to give us lots of stability. Shifting our weight into our left foot. We've got our hands pressing together. And then we're going to place our right ankle atop our left thigh. And then bend that left knee. Good, and then let's set the right foot back down, toes close, knees together, heels are apart. Begin to rotate off to your left and try tucking that right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. As we exhale, let's untwist. Hands return to the mat. Start to slowly straighten the legs. And then slowly roll up. Reaching high and touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend. Exhale, opening the arms. Let your hands come together behind your back. So we're pulling down with the hands. Shoulder blades drawing together. Opening the heart, opening the throat. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Press ribs to thighs. As the head drops, you're going to let the arms lift up higher. Exhale, hands release to the mat. From there, let's step back. Right foot, then left foot into our plank. Once we've made it into our plank, let's lift the right foot not too high. It's just lifted off the floor. And try bringing the right knee around to the right elbow, so it's the outside of the elbow. Send it back into plank. Lift the left foot not too high. Bring the left knee to the outside of the left elbow. Send it back into plank. And press back up into down dog. Now let's return to all fours. Separate the knees, big toes close. Push back with that tailbone. Chest to the knees, forehead to the mat, palms to the sky. Let's thread the left arm through the right armpit. Let that left shoulder sink into the mat. And then we'll bring that arm out. Let's switch. And then bring the arm out so we're back into extended child's pose. Return to foundational hands, scoop the belly and rounding up for our cat. Sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart, cow. And we're back to all fours. Now let's take that right leg, push it behind us, add the left arm forward. We're back into spinal balance. Try lifting the left foot so it doesn't help us balance. And then bring that hand and foot back down and we'll send the right foot forward. Let's keep both hands to the inside of the right foot. Begin to pull the front of our left thigh towards the mat. And then see about sinking closer to the mat with your forearms. And we want to make sure that that right knee is still over the ankle, not pushing past our toes. Should feel a really deep stretch taking place in the front of our left thigh and the back of our right thigh. And then see about letting that right knee fall open so you end up on the outer edge of your right foot. And that's going to take the stretch now into the outside hip. And then let's return that knee to neutral. Go ahead, walk your hands in. And let's rise up again into crescent moon. And then let the arms come down. And see if you can bring your left heel up towards your bottom. Grab hold of your heel, your pant leg, your foot, whatever you might be able to reach back there. We want to keep the weight forward of our kneecap, so it shouldn't be pressing on the kneecap. And then see if you can add that right arm. And then let's release. Come back to all fours. Sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart, cow. And exhale, round cat. And then we're back to neutral. This time it's the left leg behind us, right arm in front. See about lifting that right foot so it's not helping us balance. And then hand and foot back down and we step left foot forward. Hands remain to the inside of the left foot. And we start to pull the front of our right thigh towards the mat. Inching ourselves farther down. We've got left knee over ankle. Feeling that deep stretch in the back of our left thigh and the front of our right. And then see if you can start to let that left knee fall open. So we're kind of on the edge of our left foot. And we should feel that going into the hip. And then let's bring the knee upright. Go ahead and walk the hands in. And then from there, let's make our way back up into crescent moon. And then we'll bring the arms down. See if you can bring the right knee up towards your bottom. Grab hold of your foot, ankle, or pant leg. Again, we want to keep the weight forward of the kneecap. And then see if you can add that left arm. And then as we exhale, let's release. We'll return to our all fours. Big toes close, knees apart. Let's push back again into extended child's pose. And then we'll walk the hands closer to knees and lift upper body. Once we're upright, let's sit onto our right hip. And then we're going to take the left foot and step it across the bent right knee. So we want to work at keeping our sit bones down. And we're going to walk our right hand a little farther behind us so the heel of your hand is kind of close to your tailbone. And then insert the upper left arm against the inner left thigh. Inhale, try to sit a little taller. And then exhale, rotate at the waist so we're looking over that shoulder. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower. Let's stretch that left leg out nice and straight. Right foot stays pressed against inner left thigh. Left hand reaches towards left ankle so we can side bend. And then let's lift up, rotate, face the straight leg, and fold forward. And then come back up. Once we're up, let's bring soles of feet together. Let your feet rest in your hands. Pull your knees open wider. Lift and open that heart and breathe into your butterfly. And then let's relax a bit. And now we can shift our weight onto our left hip. So once there, let's step the right foot across the bent left knee. Let your left hand walk farther back, close to your tailbone. Right upper arm presses against inner right thigh. Inhale, taller, straighter. Exhale, we're looking over our shoulder. Inhale to the sky. And exhale back down. Now we'll stretch the right leg out straight. Keep the left foot pressed against inner right thigh. Side bend to the right. And then we'll lift. Let's rotate to face the straight leg. Hands on either side, folding forward. And then let's come back up. And now let's stretch both legs out nice and straight and wide, pushing out through the heels of our feet. Hands between the legs. We start to inch the hands forward, pushing back through our tailbone. Think about pulling your belly button down. Forget about getting your head down, because if you can get your belly button down, the rest of your body is going to follow. And then we can slowly rise. Let's bring our legs together. And let's bend our knees, walk our feet in. Place your hands behind your thighs. Let your shoulders fall from your ears. Tighten that belly button, balance on your tailbone. Then when you feel ready, let's start extending the legs. Going wherever we can without rounding out the back. Adding arms. And then as slowly as you can, opening. Exhaling the whole way down, using that belly to control your descent. And once we're down, stretch long and straight. Press up through your heels, reach out through your fingertips. And then feel your body go soft. Pull the left knee into your chest. Stretch it really tight to the body. Let's flex and point. Again, rolling our ankle. And reverse. And let your foot rest as you extend the leg straighter to the sky. Walk your hands as close to your ankle as you can. Think about pulling your toes over your head. And while you're doing that, use your right hand to push down on that right thigh to make sure you're not lifting that leg. And then take the right hand to the outside of the left ankle. Open your left arm wide and use the right hand to guide the left leg across the midline of the body. But I don't want you to lift your butt too much, so I don't want you to pull it off the floor. I just want you to take as far as it will go without lifting. And then come back to neutral. Bend the knee. Rest your foot down. Open both arms wide. Shift your hips a little bit to the left. Tuck the left toe behind the right knee. And now you're going to use your right hand to actually guide the left knee across towards the mat. And you can lift your butt, but don't lift your shoulder. And then come back to neutral. We'll slide that leg out and let's pull the right knee in. Start with your hug, your flaxen point, your easy circle, and reverse. Let your foot rest, and then we'll stretch the leg straighter towards the sky. Walk your hands up as close to your ankles as you can. Think about pulling your toes over your head. And then use your left hand to push on the top of that left thigh to remind you to not lift that leg. And then let's take the left hand to the outside of the right ankle. Open the right arm wide and then begin to pull the right leg across the midline of the body, but we don't want to lift the right buttock, so you're going to only take it as far as you can. And feel that stretch going right up the outside of that thigh and hip. And then let's ease back to neutral. Bend the knee. Place the foot on the mat. Both arms go wide. Shift your hips a tiny bit to the right so you can tuck the right toe behind the left knee. And now use your left hand to guide the right knee towards the mat by pressing on the outside of your thigh. And we want to do that without lifting our right shoulder. And then let's make our way back to neutral. And then once there, again, we'll bend both knees, feet on the mat, toes and heels out, feet about hips distance, palms to the sky. Let's bridge up. And press your hips as high as you can without feeling any weight in your neck, no discomfort in your knees. So if you're feeling pressure in your knees, you need to walk your feet farther out. Pull the left knee in and stretch it up. Flex your heel, drag it all the way down. Slide the foot back into place. Pull the right knee in, stretch it up. Flex the foot, drag it all the way down. Slide it back into place. Lifting those hips a little more, clasp your hands together under your body. Walk your shoulder blades a little closer together. Press your knuckles into the mat. And then let your hands release. We're going to keep them on the mat and you're going to slowly lower your hips down so they're resting right on the top of your hands. Once that's done, you can stretch your legs out straight onto the mat. Then I want you to press down into your forearms and think about having a string attached to your collarbone, and it's pulling the collarbone up, but you're letting your head simply fall back. We're not letting any weight rest on the head. And there's our modified fish. And then to get out of our fish, I want you to press a little bit more into your forearms so you can lift a little bit farther up, and then begin to lower your spine until you're all the way back on the mat. Bend the knees, feet on the mat. Lift your hips a little bit so you can let your hands come back out. And then let's pull both knees in, and that should feel good to stretch all the way down the spine into those gluteals. Adding those rocks, great massage for the spine. Knee circles massaging through lower back. And reverse. And then just hang out. Good, and then from there, let's stretch one leg all the way out. And the other leg all the way out. Let your arms return to your sides, palms to the sky. And Continue to breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the nose, and just close your eyes. Visualize your breath as you feel your breath making its way around to every single nook and cranny in the body. So first I want you to feel everything getting very heavy. So as you're breathing out any tension, just going to feel your body sinking down into the mat with no resistance. And then we're going to take that nice resistance-free body. I'm going to feel it kind of levitating just above the surface of your mat. So there's this tiny cushion of air that you're floating on. The real wealth of a nation lies in the resources of the earth: soil, water, forests, minerals, and wildlife. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Let us set aside all anxious thoughts. Make a choice to live today with courage, with an open heart, a grateful heart, and a hopeful heart, spreading random acts of kindness to all living beings. Remember that my soul honors your soul. I honor that place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, the love, the truth, the beauty, and the peace within you, because it's also within me. In sharing these things, we are united. We are the same. We are one. Namaste. So I hope you feel renewed and ready to face the day with a nice clean slate. Don't forget to sip lots of water. Focus on good breathing throughout the day and spreading those random acts of kindness all over the place. I thank you so much for joining me. I will be back tonight to let you know what we've got taking place tomorrow. So in the meantime, be healthy, be safe, and be kind. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.